trap it. Can you see how the hands will be ahead of the ball in the correct position and not coming in with a release this way? From pivoting around the back foot, I think, from the baseball swings back in the day. So we've got to feel more on top of it this way, trappy. So the left wrist rotates this way. Hi everyone, Murdoch here, hope you're well. Now in this video I want to remind you again why you should not forget about impact dynamics. Build a swing around the impact dynamics. We want it repeating well here. Through impact, this is where we want to be consistent. Club face control, ball turf contact, repeat there. Care less about what it looks like and more about being consistent here. Now, what reminded me to make a video on this again is because a lot of the people I teach, a lot of the online lessons are American golfers, Canadian, American generally, that have been brought up younger playing baseball first before taking up golf. I'm seeing very consistent errors across the board. Release in golf is different to the release when you're swinging a baseball bat at the ball. If we go back to impact in golf, from a good setup and good grip, I want to take this for granted now for most of you, right? Remember, I can't see you, but I'm going to assume you've got a pretty good grip. You're standing well. And in this setup, I want you to imagine where impact would be. Now, for most of you that have been watching my series, you would have seen the pushing into a door frame, pushing into the stationary object to get the resistance, to feel the compression. This is what comes to mind when you put yourself in impact, or you imagine what it's like when you're addressing. The hips will be turning, you'll be coming off the load point. This is the body feeling. Now, the focus of this video is back of the left hand. Now, for Americans that have played baseball first, or anyone that has played baseball before taking up golf, this is where your big focus is going to be. Golf, the back of the left hand is more down the target. So if you had a watch on, the face of the watch is more pointing, looking down the range, looking down your target line, than here. I see this too often. I see this. I see the angle of attack, face not releasing from a rotation, and a lot of golfers shanking, cutting across it, hitting it heavy, the releasing of the hands being too baseball-like, I'm assuming. I haven't played baseball, but I'm seeing that similarity from people that have played baseball. I know it's a different kind of release, perhaps as well from pitching. But anyway, if you focus on the back of the left hand in golf being flatter, left wrist and back of the left hand flatter here. So this is where we want to be. Now the scraping the ball drill, I've done a video on that too. So from this position where you feel like the leading edge is digging in a little bit, so you can imagine that trap strike, keep the right shoulder down. So keep the shoulders down your target line, right one lower. So right elbow feels soft in this position. So feel as if you're dynamic, you're turning that left hip, appreciating the load off the instep, and here, then scrape the ball as you turn through. Slow rotation with the arms. So in this position, halfway through the forward swing, halfway through the through swing, the toe will be slightly up, and you'll feel very rotated here. The right shoulder would have stayed down. So I want you to do this on the driving range. Or if you've got an indoor, net, or you've got a net in your garden, airflow balls, work backwards from impact. I want you to understand how you get the trapped strike first. Your body will be in a good position here. You can do that from the hands on shoulders drill and my plumb bob to understand where your body needs to be. And once you've got the club in your hand and you're posing where impact would be, focus on the back of the left hand. Your watch face on your left wrist will be pointing down the range, down your target line. Trap it. Can you see how the hands will be ahead of the ball in the correct position and not coming in with a release this way? From pivoting around the back foot, I think, from the baseball swings back in the day. So we've got to feel more on top of it this way, trappy. So the left wrist rotates this way. So once you've set up, put yourself in impact. Don't cheat, go this way. You've got to stay in your plumb bob position. That's my drill, this one here. For those of you new to the channel, I've got video on that one. I want you to watch that if you haven't. And just understand the back of the left wrist is fairly flat in this position. Then scrape the ball away. Get that feeling of rotation, trappy strike down. Now, after understanding that feeling and that concept in your head, and it's so important to realize that first before jumping in and hitting balls, stage 2 is practice swinging. No ball. So you've got that feeling from scraping that ball or scraping the club through the grass. Then it's very little swings. Remember, we're focusing on impact backwards. We don't need a big swing. I want you to just feel, going back to sort of waist high, that movement there. That movement as you feel the rotation happening correctly with the left arm and wrist from doing the scraping the ball drill. Just little swings like this. You'll start to feel the ability to trap the ball and compress it from this correct movement now. Then when you add a ball, having done 3 or 4 good practice swings in a row, you get that blueprint, that feeling you want to copy. Again, tiny little swings. Tiny swings. That same feeling. Move into the next ball. Don't even look up to see where it goes. We've added the ball, which is number 2, from the move number 1, and we're just trying to strike it. We're trying to get that feeling of compression. Doesn't matter, they're only going to go about 40, 50 yards. I got a little A-time here. We're just going to feel that move, that practice swing with the ball there. Add a bit more authority each time. Then pause and think. Start to build a bigger swing based on the hands on shoulders drill again, taking you up, understanding your limitations, range of motion, to the familiar chest high position. Then the same feeling. Thumbs up if you enjoyed, comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. Like and share, and I'll see you soon. Take care.